This just in, Pfizer's doing something deceptive. Would you believe that? Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. We love to call out the lies, hypocrisy, and corruption of tyrants. And there's a tyrannical company that's probably gold medal status amongst all the other tyrannical people, company, and world leaders. And that's, of course, our good, trusted friends at Pfizer. Safe and effective. Keep saying that. Tell a lie big enough, often enough, and you'll believe that. Last night, a bombshell Project Veritas report dropped where they've got a Pfizer executive, and he's on camera talking about how Pfizer is working on mutating your favorite virus so that they can then make safe and effective you-know-whats to treat that mutated virus. So in other words, I would call it crimes against humanity. No, not from a company that's paid the largest criminal fine in U.S. history, $2.3 billion. They wouldn't do anything wrong. They wouldn't break laws, would they? I mean, they're literally a criminal organization. Safe and effective. Remember, we've said that over and over again, so don't believe what Pfizer employee actually said. So we take a look at this footage from Project Veritas, which, by the way, hats off to them. They're doing God's work. I'm sure they're in harm's way. I'm sure they're on the Clintons' dinner invitation list, never to be heard from again. This Project Veritas video on Twitter alone, as of this recording, it has over 11.7 million views on it, which means word is getting out. People see Pfizer for what they are. Safe and effective? Haha, dangerous and deceptive, more like it. So let's take a look at some of this footage, and away we go. By the way, the main guy you see on camera, that is the Pfizer employee, spilling Pfizer secrets, not knowing he's talking to an undercover Project Veritas reporter.
Pfizer ultimately is thinking about mutating COVID?
Well, that is not what we say to the public. No, don't tell anyone this. You gotta publish, don't tell you.
He's not going to tell anyone this. Only 11.7 million people. See, he got caught.
We're exploring, no, you know how the virus keeps mutating?
Yeah.
Well, one of the things we're exploring is, why don't we just mutate it ourselves so we can preemptively develop new vaccines, right?
Why don't we just focus on mutating it ourselves so we can preemptively create safe and effective things?
So we have to do that. If we're going to do that, though, there's a risk of, as you could imagine, no one wants to be having a pharma company mutating viruses.
That's right. Nobody does want a pharma company mutating viruses. That's why you shouldn't do it, Pfizer, but you're doing it.
It have to be very controlled to make sure that this virus that you mutate doesn't create something it goes everywhere.
Something crazy.
Is the way that the virus started and moving on. To be honest, it makes no sense that this virus popped out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know.
No, this is a bat in a wet market. We're pretty sure of that. Just ask Fauci. Bat? Wet market? Wangle? What? Yeah, that's what it is. By the way, this dude from Pfizer, which you can see on the screen, Jordan Tristan Walker, Pfizer Director of Research and Development. Boy, what's he researching and developing? How to mutate the virus so they can preemptively create exact treatments for it that will be safe and effective, not dangerous and deceptive. That's what research and development is for Pfizer. You're literally hearing this from Pfizer about what their research and their development is. But could you imagine what happens to this guy? This just dropped yesterday. And Pfizer, obviously, criminal organization, so I'm sure they treat their employees kindly. This guy's probably disappeared already. He's probably suicided himself, Clinton style, hung up in a tree by extension wire, gunshot blast to his chest. How'd he do that? He was hanging there. It looked like suicide. No more questions? No more questions.
Meet Jordan Tristan Walker, a Director of Research and Development Strategic Operations and mRNA Scientific Planning at Pfizer.
It sounds like...
I just can't get this fun thought out of my head. What is this guy's day like today? Day after this video comes out, goes into the Pfizer headquarters. What's his day like today? Who's he meeting with? How much intimidation is he getting? I mean, I'd imagine this guy is fired already, if not decapitated. What is his day like today? And by the way, whatever his day like is today, he deserves every bit of it. He made his bed. He participated in these obviously deceptive, illegal practices with this criminal organization, which means he's a criminal. He made his bed. He deserves it. Being an adult, it means you make choices and then you experience the consequences of your choices. That's self-responsibility. If they're good choices, you tend to get good consequences. If they're bad choices, you tend to get bad consequences. Those are yours to shoulder. They are this guy's to shoulder. I'm just oddly curious what those consequences are today.
Gain of function to me.
I don't know. It's a little bit different. I think it's different. It's like this.
Like, I think it's different. It's very scientific.
It's definitely not gain of function. It sounds
Like it is. I mean, it's okay.
no. Directed evolution is very different.
Directed evolution is very different because you direct evolution in a laboratory, but with gain of function, it's where you're directing evolution in a laboratory. So it's different laboratories, very different thing.
Well, you're not supposed to do gain of function research with the viruses, like they recommend not. But you do like these like selective.
They'd rather we not.
Special mutations to try to see if you can make more potent.
Yeah.
So there is research ongoing about that. I don't know how that's gonna work. There not be any more outbreaks, just like Jesus Christ.
The gentleman seems to have absolutely no moral compass at all.
I have a revolving door for all government officials. It's pretty good for the industry, to be honest. Yeah. It's bad for everyone else.
Pfizer has a revolving door of government officials. It's good for the industry, pharmaceutical industry, but in this Pfizer employee's words, it's bad for everyone else in America. Let those words be heard. This is Pfizer talking. It's good for the industry, but bad for everyone else in America, given that they have a revolving door of government officials coming from the government, working for the company, going back to the government, doing the company's bidding. We know this. This is just Pfizer literally saying the truth out loud. We usually don't get the truth from them, so soak it in.
America. Why is it bad for everybody else?
Because if the regulators who approve our drugs know that once they stop being regulated, they want to go work for the company, they're not going to be as hard for the company. They were doing their job.
If this is the quality of individuals within Pfizer that are making these huge decisions that risk global public health, it's profoundly corrupt.
Profoundly corrupt indeed. I think Dr. Malone, who I think is an excellent addition on this video, he says it right. It's profoundly corrupt. That's probably even an understatement, but very well said nonetheless. And here, precisely 19 hours after this video has dropped, on James O'Keefe Twitter, he posted a Google search screenshot where he typed in Pfizer Project Veritas. Here's the results Google gave him. It looks like the results below are changing quickly. If this topic is new, it can sometimes take time for reliable sources to publish information, which is Google covering the tracks of Pfizer. Like, it's like, dude, we're Google. Like, we don't do search results. Like, you can't expect us to generate search results. That's not what we do. We're a search engine. So very interesting seeing this Google tie-in not generating search results for people when they're searching this video that obviously exposes Pfizer in a severe degree. So we've known about Pfizer's deception. Now we know more about Pfizer's deception. Why? Because we just saw in the Project Veritas video, Pfizer is directly telling the undercover Project Veritas reporter their deception. It's one thing to hear it, we know it, we see the evidence mounting up, we don't fall for the gaslighting, we see it. It's another thing to have the criminal horse speak the words out of the criminal horse's mouth. Pfizer, safe and effective? I don't think so. But do you know what is safe and effective? Freedom. And that's why the newest design in my Freedom shop, I'm so proud to bring you, so proud to announce here on this video. Freedom, safe and effective. That's the actual truth. And if you'd like to sport the truth and help spread the truth vibes while obviously taking the piss out of Pfizer's deception, you can be one of the first to get the new Freedom, safe and effective design only on my website, awakenwithjp.com. Check it out. In fact, it's so new, the shirt actually hasn't arrived to me, and I cannot wait to get it and wear it everywhere I go. Check it out now. Ask your doctor if freedom is right for you.